NGB is an open-source platform for building accounting-first business applications. In this video, I want to focus on reporting. Not reporting as an afterthought, and not reporting as a collection of hard-coded pages. NGB uses two complementary ideas: canonical reports and composable reports. Canonical reports are the stable accounting views that every serious finance system needs. Composable reports are flexible, metadata-driven views that each business vertical can shape around its own operating model. Here I open Trial Balance, the first canonical accounting report. It shows accounts with debit, credit, and balance. And the user can drill into the source document behind a number. After returning to the report, I use the right-side controls: date range, subtotals, totals, and saved variance. These controls change the view, not the accounting definition. Trial Balance remains the same canonical report, with stable semantics and a predictable layout. That is the point of canonical reporting in NGB. Finance users can filter, inspect, and save views without turning the report into a custom ad hoc table. Then I move to Balance Sheet. Balance Sheet is the next canonical report. Its structure is stable: assets, liabilities, equity, and the calculated balance for the selected date. The controls can change the date or save view, but they do not change the report type. It remains a balance sheet, with fixed accounting meaning. Now I open Account Card, the detailed canonical view behind an account balance. I choose the receivables account and adjust the period. So the report moves from an empty layout to ledger-style transaction lines. The result shows period, counter account, source document, debit, credit, delta, and running balance. This is useful for reconciliation because every balance is traceable back to concrete movements. Then I open the Composer controls and save a named variant for the same account and period. The report remains Account Card, but the user can preserve this exact working setup for later review during repeat month-end work. The saved view can be reused without rebuilding the filters. After saving the Account Card variant, I confirm the saved setup in the side panel and close the accounting view. There is a quick navigation through related records before returning to reports. The important transition is from stable canonical finance views into composable reporting. Unbilled Time is the first example from the agency billing workflow. Unbilled Time starts as a composable agency report for approved hours that have not yet been invoiced. The first result groups open hours and open amount by client, project, and team member. I briefly drill into the project behind one row, then return to the report, adjust the as of date, and open the composer. From here, the report becomes configurable instead of fixed. Work date, client, project, team member, hours, and open amount. Inside the composer, I work through the report definition. Fields decide what appears in the result. Measures decide which numbers are calculated. I add amount-based measures with sum, minimum, maximum, and average aggregations. Then clean up the labels so the columns read naturally. Grouping controls the level of analysis. And sorting controls how the user reads the report. For Unbilled Time, that means arranging workdate, client, project, team member, hours, amount, and billing status as a governed but flexible reporting model. Then I run the report to apply the configured definition. I finish the composer setup for Unbilled Time by applying sorting and running the report. Once the result loads, the same definition becomes a real analysis view grouped by workdate, client, project, and team member. Across the right side, the measures show open hours, total amount, average amount, minimum amount, and maximum amount. I scroll through the output to show that the definition works across multiple months, clients, projects, and people. The report is no longer just a flat table, it has hierarchy, detail rows, subtotals, and a final total, so the user can read both granular work and the rolled-up business result. This is why composable reporting matters here. The user can start with a governed report, reshape it for a specific operational question, and still get consistent calculations without a separate hard-coded report for every variation. Before leaving Unbilled Time, I use the report controls around the finished result. I open the Composer again, adjust the general options, and review how detail rows, subtotals, separate subtotal rows, and totals control the shape of the output. I also switch filters and measures from the panel while the report stays grounded in the same definition. Then I use the report actions around the result, including export, and saving the configured layout as a named shared view. This wraps the Unbilled Time example. One governed report can support detailed rows, rolled up totals, filtered views, exported files, and saved layouts. Then I move to Project Profitability, where the composable pattern stays the same, but the business question changes from Open Billable Time to Project Economics. Project Profitability starts with Project Economics, build amount, cost amount, gross margin, and outstanding AR by client and project. I open the Composer and adjust the grouping in fields, so the report can be read by client, project, project status, and billing model. Then I move from profitability into the invoice side of the workflow. Invoice Register shows the related invoices, dates, payment status, applied amounts, and remaining balances. From there, I open a sales invoice. This is the connection that matters. The analytical report leads directly to the document behind the number. After the invoice drill down, I return through the related project and back to Invoice Register. This report focuses on issued invoices. It shows clients, projects, invoice dates, due dates, payment status, invoice amount, applied amount, balance amount, and base currency amount. I open the Composer again because this report is also composable. The same pattern repeats. Choose fields, choose measures, group by useful business dimensions, sort the result, and save a variant. For receivables work, finance can see which invoices are open, partially paid, or still need attention. The Invoice Register focuses on issued invoices. It gives the user a working view of invoice amounts, applied payments, remaining balances, payment status, due dates, and related clients or projects. This is useful because finance teams rarely need only one angle on receivables. Sometimes they need the invoice list. A R aging gives another perspective on the same business reality. Which receivables are current, which are overdue, and where collection attention should go first. Together, these reports show how composable reporting supports the daily work around billing and cash collection. Then I move into ledger analysis. This is where the reporting model becomes especially interesting because ledger analysis starts from accounting data but can still be composed into different management views. On the screen, the report begins as a ledger-oriented view with accounts and amounts. Then the Composer panel opens so the view can be shaped by period. Ledger analysis starts from accounting movement, not from a separate custom dashboard. I set the period, run the report, and then open the Composer to shape the same ledger data through fields, grouping, sorting, filters, and display options. When I return to the result, the view is no longer just a flat list. It becomes a period-based ledger analysis with quarter columns, debit, credit, net, and total measures. That matters because the user can see movement and balance logic together while staying inside a governed accounting model. I keep moving between the composer and the result to show that this is configuration, not handwritten SQL, and not a one-off page. The same ledger data can be reshaped for review. Then I drill into a customer payment from the ledger result. The payment opens with its accounting entries, so the debit to operating bank and the credit to accounts receivable are visible as source-level evidence. On the main payment form, the same document also shows the client, cash account, reference number, applied sales invoice, and amount. After returning to ledger analysis, the report proves the important point. The analysis is flexible, but every number stays connected to source documents and the audit trail.
The final application segment closes the loop on ledger analysis. I start from the grouped ledger result, where accounts are summarized by year and the measures show debit, credit, net, and totals. From there, I drill into account-level detail, opening account card for service revenue. That view shows the underlying register lines, source documents, deltas, and running balance, so the summary is still connected to concrete ledger movement. Then I return to ledger analysis and save this setup as a reusable variant. The variant captures the selected period, row grouping, column grouping, measures, detailed settings, subtotals, and totals. I switch between the variant tab, general options, grouping, and the report result to show that a user can preserve a composable analysis view without rebuilding it every time. This is the payoff of the reporting design. Canonical reports give stable financial meaning, while composable reports let the user reshape the same governed accounting data for management analysis. The application flow ends with reporting that is flexible, governed, and reusable. The same report can be saved, reopened, and trusted during repeat review cycles. The GitHub repository gives the engineering side of what was just demonstrated. NGB is open source. The repository contains the platform code, vertical demo applications, database migrations, back-end services, front-end apps, and reporting infrastructure. The README shows how to run the demos locally, including the agency billing demo used in this recording. This matters because the reporting features shown here are not mockups. They are part of the actual platform implementation, with back-end, database, tests, front-end code, and docs in the same project. The README provides the practical side of reproducibility: demo access, prerequisites, Docker Compose commands for each vertical, and build and test commands for back-end and front-end workspaces. That turns the demo from something to watch into something an engineer can run and verify. The documentation carries the same idea into architecture. NGB is platform first, vertical ready, and accounting aware. Metadata drives behavior. Postgres remains the durable system of record, and auditability is a core product requirement. The reporting documentation makes the split explicit. Canonical reports protect fixed accounting meaning through controlled views like trial balance, balance sheet, and account card. Composable reports support flexible analysis through reusable datasets, fields, grouping, sorting, filters, drill downs, export, and performance-conscious read paths. The page also explains why both styles are needed. Some financial views must remain stable, while operational views need reuse and exploration. The performance rules are part of the design as well. Reporting can be expensive, so the platform keeps query paths, cursor pagination, visible row limits, and diagnostics explicit. The search results show that this is implemented across source code and documentation, not described as a detached idea. The implementation docs show the collaborator chain behind the report layer. Report definitions become effective requests, the engine plans them, Postgres materializes rows, and the sheet builder turns data into UI-ready report output. The important boundary is clear. Runtime owns semantics, planning, enrichment, and sheet rendering, while Postgres owns dataset registration, SQL generation, execution, and materialization.
That is why reports can stay flexible for analysis and still precise enough to explain.